So for my HCI 530 final project, I decided to do a music streaming service. I currently use Spotify and I use it a lot in the car. I've been frustrated with them not having very quick navigation, them hiding a lot of buttons that I use a lot. And really, I just think they have a lot of repetitive content. So what I wanted to do here was slim down the information architecture, make the interactions a little bit easier and fluid. So what I did a competitive analysis, content inventory, sitemap, low and high fidelity wireframes, and an interactive prototype. So here's my competitive analysis. I looked at Spotify, Shazam, and SoundCloud and Apple Music. Looked at a lot of their UI elements and some of the interactions they had built into their apps. I took a lot of my information from architecture from Shazam, actually, and I'll show you guys that in my wireframes. Sitemap, this was pretty complicated to do. Music streaming services have a lot of content within them. So my sitemap went about 5 levels down, and there was a lot there. So that's kind of an overview of what that looks like, though. Here are the low fidelity wireframes. I would have typically tested at this point had I had time, but I didn't. So really the low fidelity wireframes were just there to get my ideas down on paper a little bit quicker, and they helped us inform the design of the final UI design. So for my wireframes, I used Figma as my design tool, and I did 4 flows. So Discover, Social, Analytics, and My Library. I'll show you those as well. So for Discover, this is what it'll look like when someone goes into Discover. This is all on the far right-hand side of the navigation bar. Basically, I'm using swipe gestures, so someone can move throughout the entire app using swipes. So this will show you the users right here indicating where they're at on the right-hand side of the page, and then the right hand is highlighted. These are showing you all the playlists you can look at. A user will swipe left through all of these playlist cards until they find a playlist that they like. So this person clicked on Motivation Mix. Here's a list of all the songs. It comes up as an overlay. If you swipe down, that overlay will close and they'll be back in here. Navigation is not shown. Here is the audio player. What I really liked from SoundCloud was a user can kind of scan across the soundbar to fast forward and rewind. I wanted to implement that in here, so that's this right here. Spotify hides a lot of icons that I use regularly: shuffle, repeat, and share. I wanted to bring those out onto the main page so a user wouldn't have to click to a second to get there. It also has an up next, which I liked as well. So yeah, this is kind of what it would look like to add to a playlist. This is also what it would look like to share. I'll show you what sharing to your feed does in a second. My playlist, very similar to the last one. However, right now you're in the middle of the navigation and the indicator shows you're in the middle. So if you swipe left, you'll go over to social. You swipe right, you go over to Discover. Music player again. Social, Spotify doesn't do a lot of social in their app. They do on the web browser, but I think it's important to do it, within mobile as well. So this is kind of your news feed that you're getting when you're here. You can access messages, get friend requests. You can you can comment, you can replay songs and share them on here. You can see what your friends are playing currently, and it can take you to it really quickly as well. So this is what it looks like to comment on someone's post. This is what your direct messages look like, and then this is what follow requests look like. You can see how many people are following you per playlist, how many followers you have, and then this will recommend people to follow, and you can see here Johnny J sent you a follow request as well. And then this is the final piece. This is analytics. For any actual Spotify users, I think Spotify at the end of the year last year sent out a year-end analytics overview. I wanted the user to be able to access this at all time though. So basically at any point, if you click on the profile button, an overlay will come up again with all of these pages. Let's say for instance, you hit analytics, then you'll use tabs within here to click on your yearly, monthly, weekly, daily analytics. This is a line graph showing you how many minutes you listened over the year, which months where you peaked, didn't, your top artist, and your top songs. So if you go monthly, it'll show you that for the month, weekly, show you it for last week, and then daily, it'll show you it for yesterday. You can also share this as well. All right, so I'm not going to take you through my interactive prototype, but that's my final project. Appreciate you guys taking a listen, and have a good one. All right, thanks.